Well, this is the face of Jason Queally, just preparing for his 1 kilometre ride. Fastest time we've had so far is that by the Czech rider Kankowski at 1:03.279. But Jason Queally, the Olympic champion from Sydney, is in fine form, and I expect Queally to take this time apart.
Well, I think that was a fantastic start for Jason. He's going to be really happy with that. He really got out the blocks well there.
Lifetime best for Queally's 1:01.609. The 34-year-old has refound his keenness and form, and he's absolutely flying here.
Well, I know that his tactics for this was to do something he's never done before, is to go out the blocks flat out and hang on.
Well, he's already got 1 gold medal in his pocket. He is the world champion for the team sprint. It's the first world title he's ever actually won. But now then, can he win the gold medal here in the kilometre? It'll be the bell this time, 1 lap to go. And Queally, he's really motoring, holding that good line in the bottom of the track. Here comes the former Olympic champion, half a lap to go. What's he going to stop the clock at? Times in the pursuits have not been quick, but I tell you, this is going to be some time. Here comes Queally. Look at the clock. Oh, I don't believe it. 1:01.230. Jason Queally takes almost 0.4 of a second off his previous lifetime best. And that is the 6th best ever sea level time. Stellar performance by Queally. What's he thinking, Chris Hoy?
Well, Chris Hoy is going to be thinking about his own ride here. He's very, very good at handling that kind of pressure, but fantastic ride by Jason.
But before that, of course, we've got more riders to come. Here goes Ben Kirsten of Australia, 23 years of age. Kirsten has won the World Cup. That's why he's wearing that white jersey. He's a former world junior champion, and he's twice lowered his lifetime best this season. And I can tell you, this man is here in good form as well.
Well, I think Ben Kirsten very much a star of the future. You can see there the amount of form he's got. He could perhaps lose a couple of pounds, but plenty of years left in him yet.
Well, Kirsten finished second to Chris Hoy in Manchester in round 3 of the World Cup. He clocked 1:01.9 then. He's lowered that to 1:01.6 in Sydney in the final round of the World Cup. But he's going to have to raise his game if he wants to deny the lead that is held currently by Queally.
Well, a fantastic line on the track. It's just who dies the least in this event. And he is tying up a little bit now. Is it going to be quick enough?
He was 5th in the World Championships in Melbourne last year with a 1:02, but he knows he's going to have to go faster. Styles looking a little ragged as he comes to the line. Second at the moment, 1:02.4, but I think they're going to go quicker before the finish, the other riders.
Well, he certainly got away well, got out the blocks. That start critical, but he did die towards the end, and that's where it's always won. In that last lap, it's who dies the least.
Well, he's a man that could challenge Jason Queally. It's Stefan Nimke, the 27-year-old German, who has a lifetime best of 1:01.186. 3rd quickest time ever at sea level.
Well, I have a theory about this track, Hugh, that the big riders don't seem to be faring well, and I think it's because the bankings are very tight and there's a lot of centrifugal force, so we'll see if Stefan Nimke is going to prove me wrong.
Well, Nimke got the silver medal to Queally in the Olympic Games in Sydney, and he was the world champion in Stuttgart just over a year ago. So the big fella here, Nimke, in the bottom of the track, looking to try and deny Queally the lead in the competition.
Well, his pacing is right. Well, he came out of the blocks quite slow, actually. He didn't get the best of starts. He's nearly a second down in that first lap, so he's got a lot of work to do.
So Nimke, the man that rides the 3rd lap in the team sprint for Germany, is an Olympic champion for the team sprint. That was won last year in Athens, and now he's in the final lap, this big German. What's he going to stop the clock at? Remember, the lead at the moment is 1:01.230, held by Jason Queally. No, he's not going to do it. In fact, he's 3rd at the moment, 1:02.812, and with 2 more competitors to go, Jason Queally is still the leader.
Well, I didn't think that was a great ride by Nimke, but Queally has posted a fantastic time there. Theo Bos, one of the lightest riders in this race, so I'll be interested to see what he can do.
Well, he likes this track, Chris, because Theo Bos recorded his personal best time when he won round 2 of the World Cup here last November, and that time was 1:01.7. Theo Bos is the current world sprint champion, and he is very talented.
Well, he's riding an incredibly small gear. You can see the leg speed there, and the big advantage from that is in this first lap.
Well, he's already got a silver medal from these World Championships. He was in the team that finished runner-up to Great Britain, but Bos, he's flying. That quick start in the opening lap has set him up, and he's sustaining an excellent pace here.
Well, this is the difficult bit. This is where it comes back to get you. It's a very, very fast cadence he's got, and it's difficult when you start to tie up in that last lap, but he seems to be pacing it well.
It'll be the bell this time, and he's quicker than Queally now. Has he got enough energy in the tank to keep this kind of pace up for the final 250 metres? The crowd are loving this. They have recognised that they are seeing a very special time. The Dutchman, the Flying Dutchman, the reigning World Sprint Champion, coming into the home straight. Is he going to beat Quealy's time? Coming up to the line now. Stops that clock. 1:01.165. That is an absolute stunning, Roy. Third quickest ever at sea level, and only Tunon and Hoy have gone quicker.
Well, just less than 1/10 of a second between them. Disappointment and, I would say, some happiness for Jason Queally.
Now then, the weight of expectation rests on the broad shoulders of this man, Chris Hoy. I must admit, pressure never seems to faze him, but he's had to watch these blistering times posted before he starts. Now the question is, can the World, Olympic and Commonwealth champion retain his crown?
Well, the style's definitely there. You can see him come out in his characteristic, very, very consistent start, but he seems to be lacking perhaps a little bit of the power he had last year in Athens.
It must be difficult to keep motivating yourself when you've won absolutely everything, and Chris Hoy is going for a hat-trick of world titles for this kilometre.
Seriously got the style down for this event. You can see the line's good, the technique out of the gates is incredibly consistent no matter what the pressure around him, but has he got the form a few months after Athens?
0.7 of a second down then on the leader's time, Theo Bos, so he would have to find something absolutely extraordinary in the closing stages, and that is not going to happen. So it's whether or not he can settle for the bronze medal. Quealy's time looks to be out of reach as well, and for the first time I think Chris Hoy looks a little bit uncomfortable as he comes off the crown of the bend and into the finishing straight, up to the line. Well, there we are, 1:02.262, Chris Hoy, third position.
Well, I'd have to say he's going to have to settle for that. Respectable performance. I'm very happy for Jason Queally. It's been a while since we've seen him, but to get them both on the podium, fantastic.
Celebrations in the Dutch camp. Bos wins the gold medal, Queally the silver, Hoy the bronze.